Hi, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to my sewing room. This is So Be It. Today, I'm making new look pattern number N6765. You have seen one other video of this dress, but I'm doing it a little bit different. The last video I made was a video following this just about step by step. I didn't have any modifications to the pattern. I did on the subsequent dress that I actually didn't record yet, but you haven't seen that. So I am modifying this pattern today. I think I might, let me double check. Yeah, I'm using a fabric that this pattern is not technically rated for. I'm using black fleece. There is very little stretch this way, and even less stretch that way. I'm not exactly sure which is the selvage and which is not, because the fabric that I'm actually using is Mainstays fleece blankets from Walmart. I got 3 of them. I think they were like $3.67 or $3.97 each. And I decided I wanted to try and make a comfortable, warm fleece dress because, lo and behold, today it is snowing out there and it would have been perfect temperature to wear this dress. So I was kind of disappointed that I didn't have it. But modifications, so I'm doing the long dress. Modifications, it's going to be a straight hem all the way around. It's not going to be high-low like the pattern says. So it will be pretty much floor length all around it. I am also raising the neckline because it's a scoop neck. I'm raising that neckline right up to a crew neck because I am adding a hood. That's right, this is going to be a hoodie, a fleece hoodie dress. And I am very, very, very excited to try this. So I do have my entire pattern all cut out. I do have the hood and I have an extra rectangle cut out for a possible kangaroo pocket like you do have on your hood. For the hood, I had a slight spot about maybe 4 inches tall that has anywhere between a tiny little sliver to about 1 inch missing. So I may end up binding the hood differently for this hoodie, but we'll see how it all works out. So I think since you've already seen the construction, as long as I remember, I'm going to go ahead and link the video to my last dress with this so you can actually go back and see how I follow the pattern. So for now, the majority of everything that I'm doing is not actually going to be on video. I will go ahead and put the front and the back together with the princess seams and the shoulder seams, and then I have to check the neckline because I didn't actually measure the neckline when I cut it out. I just added a crew neck instead of, I made it a crew neck out of tailor's chalk instead of the scoop neck. So I have to try out that to make sure it fits, and then I will be back to record and show you how I add the hood to this dress. It is a new day. Yes, I am in my jammies, but dressed it up with one of my sweaters, so it's okay. I am now at the point where I did try on the dress to make sure the neckline will work, and it really is right up where it should be, and I think it'll attach to the hood really well. So the next step is the hood. I have the hood from the hoodie pattern. And I will try and remember to link this video as well. But when I did the Kwik-Sew camo hoodie, it's the hood from this pattern. So I have a fold line right here, but because one of my pieces, I had a piece cut off, I didn't have enough fabric for one piece, I just went ahead and cut on this fold line. So I'm actually going to make this hood the exact same way that you do with that pattern. So what I have to do is sew the center seam on the hood and then attach it to the dress, which I'll show you how I attach it. It's going to be pretty much the same way that I did with the hoodie, but it might be different because it is a different pattern. And then I haven't quite decided, because I don't really need to hem this fabric. It does not fray at all. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to just roll it and zigzag stitch it, or if I'm just going to zigzag stitch the outside of the hood. We will see once we get there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this unpinned, and then I will be back to show you how, and unpinned and do this center seam. And then I will be back to show you how I attach it to the dress. So I have my hood and the center seam is all stitched together. The dress, here's the back. It's really hard to see black on black, but you can kind of see the contrast. This is the back, this is the front. The dress is inside out. I have to turn the hood. I forgot that I usually zigzag stitch the seam. No, I don't. I usually do the middle. Before I attach this, I'll be back. I am going to zigzag the seam. So here's the hood. This is the inside of the hood here. I didn't want the seams flapping up, getting stuck in my hair when I put my hood on, that kind of thing. And this kind of fabric, I could see that happening a lot. So I did zigzag stitch the seams down. I normally wouldn't do that, but this is a very casual dress, so I don't have a problem with doing that. Then I also did just rolled hem, but I only folded it once. So literally the edge of the fabric is right there, and then I zigzag stitched that down. I think the zigzag stitch, it obviously still stretches, so when I pull it up over my head, I won't have an issue. But it adds a little extra little design element that I like. So I'll also do a zigzag stitch when I hem the sleeves and hem the bottom of it. But now we are at the point where we can go ahead and put the hood into the dress. So I have the back center snipped and the front center snipped in the seam allowance. So, oh, whoops, you know what, I forgot. The first thing I do have to do for the hood is to connect them. So I've cut off quite a bit of length. You know what? I'm actually going to double check the length and see where these have to cross, because they have to cross in the middle to connect and then stitch. So let me just somewhat pin it here and see what I got. Okay, actually this will work out quite good, I think. The neckline is a little bit big for the hood. It doesn't match up perfectly, but that's okay. I can just do a few easing pleats in around the neckline, and I might even be able to just get them into the seam allowance so we can't see them. So we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 4 pins out and stitch the front of my hood together. And it is just overlapping where I hemmed it, like from this zigzag stitch to this zigzag stitch, and then I'm just stitching across within the seam allowance there to keep the hood closed. Didn't get it quite right because I didn't pin it, and I should have. It came apart, but it's touching, and so I'm just gonna leave it, it'll be fine. All right, so now let's go ahead and get this pinned in here. We're gonna do the notches to the notches. Well, the center seam, or the hood seam to the back center notch. And then I have notches on the hood for the shoulder seams. There's that, and then the center of the hood to that center front notch. Okay, and now we just ease the rest of the dress neckline into the hood. So I start and just somewhat divide it in the center and keep dividing sections in half until the dress is in my neckline, or the dress is eased up in the hood. This is going to take a lot of pins. So I'm going to continue pinning the hood, and then I'll be back to show you the stitching of the hood, which is just a basic stitch, but we'll go from there. So the hood is now all pinned to the dress. I'm gonna go ahead and start stitching in the center front and attach the hood to the dress. Let's see how it looks. Well, the back is a little bit puckery, but that's okay because it gives space for the dress, since this is not a stretch fabric and the pattern is for a stretch fabric. So that will give me space in the back, and the hood, as long as it's down, will be covering these puckers so you won't even see it. Okay, so now since I had to put in the hood, turns out I didn't actually have to put in the hood with the side seams opened, but I did just in case, because that's how you put the hood in on the hoodie. So now my next step is to stitch the side seams, and stitch and insert the sleeves and hem it. And since I already have all of that basic stuff on another video, I will be back with the finished product. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I finished this dress pretty recently, maybe within the last week. I've wore it twice now. Today's my second day. I really like this dress because it's really comfortable. It's really warm. It is perfect for the classroom on those cold days. I don't feel like I have to turn the heater on. The heater only gets turned on for the kids if they're cold. When I got the black blanket, I did not even remotely think about the dog hair. And as you could see, there is dog hair that gets attached to this really easy. I just lint rolled this. So hopefully when I wash it and dry it, it won't. I've been wearing this all day, so I have been like covered in dog hair. So I just lint rolled this, but hopefully when I wash it and dry it, the dog hair will come out. Also, don't forget, I did not double stitch these seams because I completely forgot that. So don't forget that, because I have popped some seams and I have had to stitch 4 seams so far. I still have plans, so I'm still gonna wear this because what is left you can't really see. However, one of the easy ones you can see is right here in my sleeve. So I'm gonna have to go back before I wash it so that it doesn't get worse, and double stitch all of my princess seams, my shoulder seams, and my sleeve seams to reinforce those so that they quit popping. Other than that, I really like this dress, and I actually have some softer, more expensive, thicker, and a patterned fleece for another dress. So I actually might make a video about that because it might be slightly different than this, and it's gonna be cool because it's like, well, it's patterned, and you'll see, I'm sure you'll see it. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you would like to see more, hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to be notified when I post new videos, go ahead and click on that bell and you'll get those notifications. One more thing, because this pattern is actually made for knit fabric and I did not even think about it. I do not have the same ease in this dress as I do with the knit. So my next one, I do have to size up, and I'm going to go probably a 1/4 inch on each. I'm going to go up about a 1/4 inch on each edge. So that would be a 1/2 inch for each seam. Depending on how that stretches, I might not. We'll see. And I also need to make the hood a little bit bigger because I didn't account for the fleece neckline. The hood was not quite big enough, and so now the neck is a little bit hard to get over my head. But other than that, this dress is great.